They told you to protect your mind. Some told you to protect your body. But no one ever taught you how to protect your energy, the very field that surrounds you every moment, pulling in thoughts, emotions, and frequencies from everything around you. Imagine walking into a crowded room and unknowingly absorbing fragments of everyone else's stress, anger, or fear. You think it's you. You think you're anxious or tired for no reason. But what if it's not yours at all? What if your energy field, your aura, is wide open, unguarded, and leaking power like a cracked shield? What if ancient civilizations knew this and created exact rituals to shield themselves, not metaphorically but literally, with precise gestures, vibrations, and invisible geometry? This isn't superstition. It's structure. It's coding the unseen world. And it works whether you believe in it or not. The ancients didn't leave this behind for decoration. They used it daily. They trusted in patterns that transcend culture, language, and even belief. You're about to learn one of those rituals, stripped from secret orders, preserved through silence, and now brought back, word by word, movement by movement, just like it was used by initiates for centuries. Ritual is not performance. It's not theater. It's alignment. Every movement, every word, every breath is designed to shift your state from scattered to centered, from exposed to protected. The lesser ritual of the pentagram isn't about magic tricks. It's a spiritual firewall, a recalibration of your field using time-tested mechanics, directional intention, sacred geometry, vibrational command, and elemental invocation. When you perform it, you're not just imagining protection, you're literally scripting it into the ether. Think of your energy field like a computer system. If you leave it unprotected, viruses, negative thought forms, projections, attachments slip in. But when you run this ritual, you're installing ancient code into your aura, code that shields, grounds, and reclaims your space. This is the language of the invisible world, and those who know it, they don't just survive energy attacks, they're immune to them. You may not see the shield with your eyes, but your nervous system feels it, your mind steadies, your emotions quiet down, your boundaries become real. This is what spiritual hygiene looks like, and soon you'll know how to activate it. Before you begin, there's one rule. Intention shapes everything. You don't need to believe in this ritual, you just need to mean it. That's what activates it. The same way you don't need to believe in gravity for it to pull you down. You don't need belief for this ritual to lock your energy field. But you do need clarity. A foggy mind weakens your command. So the first step is mental stillness. Breathe, focus, become a vessel. The ritual begins by facing east, the direction of air, thought, and new beginnings. You visualize a bright light expanding before you. You reach forward and carve a pentagram into space, not with imagination, but with energetic precision. As your hand moves, you vibrate the sacred word, calling power from deep within the field. Then you turn to the next direction and repeat. South for fire, west for water, north for earth. Each direction completes the circle. Each element seals the grid. You're not just tracing shapes, you're programming reality. The movements, the sounds, the visualizations, they're commands, not decorations. They rewrite your space and define what's allowed inside it. And when you're done, your aura becomes a fortress, not of fear, but of sovereignty. If this resonates with you, if even one part of this ritual feels like something your soul has been missing, don't just watch and leave. Subscribe now, hit the bell, and join this space, not for the views, for the alignment. As you move through each direction, you're not just marking space, you're invoking intelligence. These aren't just elements, they're forces with memory. When you call them, they respond. And when you complete the circle, the air shifts, the atmosphere tightens. You feel the energy snapping into alignment, like magnets finding their poles. The ritual activates a perimeter. Outside of it, interference. Inside of it, coherence. Then comes the invocation of the archangels, not as religious figures, but as archetypes of balance. Raphael in the east, guardian of air and intellect. Michael in the south, fire and will. Gabriel in the west, water and emotion. Uriel in the north, earth and foundation. You don't just name them, you stand in their presence. You feel the atmosphere thicken with their symbolism. You breathe differently. You're no longer alone. This is the moment when the ritual seals. The pentagrams hold the directions. The names stabilize the grid. And your consciousness, once scattered, now rests inside a sacred frame. You don't have to speak loudly. The field already hears you. You've entered command mode, and from this point forward, everything shifts. When the ritual is complete, something subtle but undeniable changes. It's not dramatic, it's precise. You'll feel a density around your body, not heavy, but structured. Like a membrane has formed between you and the chaos of the outer world. You'll walk through your day with a sharper edge, a calmer breath, and a clearer sense of what's yours and what's not. This is sovereignty in motion, the felt experience of reclaiming your space. And here's what most people miss. The ritual isn't just about protection, it's about alignment. Once your field is sealed, your thoughts get cleaner, your intuition sharpens. You stop absorbing emotional debris from others. You begin to notice how much wasn't actually yours to begin with. The moods, the doubts, the fatigue, all of it. This ritual acts like a spiritual filter, and the cleaner the field, the more your real self comes online. Energy doesn't lie. If you walk through life unshielded, your aura whispers open target. But when you've aligned, sealed, and anchored your field, the same aura says, do not cross. It's not aggression, it's clarity. It's the silent declaration that your energy is not up for negotiation. And that's when the world starts to treat you differently, not because it changed, but because you did. Over time, something deeper starts to happen. You stop using the ritual as a reaction and start using it as preparation. Instead of shielding yourself after you've been drained, you begin your day with the field already sealed, proactive, not defensive. And the difference is massive. You walk into conversations with more clarity. You enter crowded spaces with more presence. You stop leaking energy trying to read the room because you already own your space. That's when ritual becomes lifestyle. It's not a thing you do, it's who you are. A person who moves with intention, speaks with resonance, and carries a field that commands respect without words. You don't need to force boundaries. Your energy sets them for you. You don't need to retreat to feel safe. Your aura becomes the safe space, and the more consistent you are, the more stable your signal becomes. People may not know what changed about you, but they will feel it. Fewer energy vampires approach. Chaotic environments feel less invasive. Even your internal noise quiets down. Not because the world got easier, but because you finally calibrated to it, on your own terms. There's a moment, after weeks of daily practice, when the ritual stops feeling like a technique and starts feeling like home. The gestures become second nature. The names flow like breath. The space you create becomes unmistakably yours, not just protected, but inhabited. That's the shift. You're no longer doing the ritual. You are the ritual, and that changes everything. You begin to notice how people treat you differently, not out of fear, but recognition. They feel your boundaries without needing to test them. They sense your presence before you speak. Even chaos moves around you differently, like it's aware that you're anchored, not drifting. Your energy tells a story before your words ever arrive. And here's what they don't tell you. Spiritual protection isn't just about shielding, it's about showing up. When your field is solid, you don't hide, you lead. You don't shrink from conflict, you neutralize it. Because your system is regulated, your presence becomes medicine for others. You carry coherence into incoherence, and suddenly being grounded isn't just survival, it's leadership. Eventually, You won't need to explain your boundaries. You'll radiate them. People will sense your clarity and either align with it or step aside. You'll stop feeling responsible for managing everyone's energy, because you've learned to manage your own. That's the final gift of this ritual. Not just protection, but power. Quiet power. Anchored power. The kind that doesn't demand attention, but cannot be ignored. You'll find yourself handling situations with less reactivity and more intention. Instead of getting pulled into someone else's storm, you become the calm center. You'll notice synchronicities increasing as your energy becomes more coherent and your space more sovereign. The world responds to coherence. It listens when the signal is clean. And your signal, once noisy and scattered, is now grounded, sealed, and alive. So next time you feel scattered, drained, or overwhelmed, remember this: you're not powerless. You just haven't aligned. Step into the ritual, not as a fix, but as a foundation. Because the world doesn't need more protection. It needs more people who've remembered their own energetic authority and have the courage to live from it. Has your body ever reacted to a space before your mind understood why? What did you feel, and what did you do?